Death Row. So how was the relationship between Suge and Dre?
It wasn't like it was perceived or you would think it was. They were distant, but Suge understood and he had respect for Dre as a talent.
Yeah.
Even though Dre left him and walked away and gave him 50% of the company, Suge didn't want that at the time.
Why not?
I'm sure. I know he didn't. He don't want it now because how things planned out or turned out. But even back then, I honestly believe Suge was mad. He did not want Dre to leave. He loved the way things were. He understood Dre talent, and he understood what Dre brought to the table. But it's saying that they were hanging out, and no, they had their own different set of friends and entourage.
That's interesting. So by that time, you and Suge kind of got, pretty close, right? I mean,
Yeah.
So do you think, would you say that you were like second in command at that point?
I would say that. He will say I'm the janitor.
Come on, man.
But I know what I did, and anybody that was around know what I did from 97 to 2002. However, I couldn't have done any of that without, one, his blessing, but two, and more importantly, he was still training me while I was doing it because I had no clue. And so I would get a lot of advice from him.
Okay. So you always say Suge is good at marketing. Was that the secret sauce for DeathRow record?
Well, that and the luck that I said, the timing. I think the branding. I think the ability to get Interscope to do those high budget videos. How many people do you know where you know what label they were on prior to DeathRow? You couldn't tell me what label LL Cool J, who was just as big as an artist in the early 90s. You couldn't tell me who he was signed to. You would say, oh, Def Jam. He wasn't. He was signed to Profile Records. But I'm just saying. So that's what I mean by the marketing stuff, where you learn things like, like that he was able to, he got them out there. He got everybody talking about Death Row. You later learned about Def Jam and Rockefeller or Murder Inc. and stuff like that. But prior to that, you didn't know. Y'all can't tell me one label that Michael Jackson, who was the biggest artist on the planet, was on. You'll say Motown at the beginning, but I'm just talking about Michael Jackson as an individual artist. Yeah. So stuff like that. The chain, the thing that's a big thing on the internet right now. He was the first ones to put out the DeathRow chains, calling each other label mates. Okay, you'll say, all right, well, Michael Jackson was on Epic. You couldn't tell me who was his label mate on Epic. And Michael probably couldn't tell you who was his record label on Epic. So that's what I mean by the marketing. Yeah. The front cover of the magazines and stuff like that. You have artists that you know of today that we can think that never put out a commercial album that was successful, like Danny Boy.
Yeah.
People like that all these people's names and what they did, and they never really did anything. So that's what I mean by when I say a marketing genius.
Well, you got Danny Boy, Lady of Rage, Joel.
Joel's another one.
Yeah, a lot of them.
Sam Snead.
Yeah.
J Flex. Y'all might not know J Flex, but J Flex. Yeah. People like that. One y'all did an interview with my boy Gorillas.
Yes, you were our first guest, man.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that was dope.
It's pretty awesome, yeah.
So listen, speaking of the chain, there's a big thing right now about Drake owning Tupac's chain. And I saw your video about it. Is it really fake, the one Drake has?
It's not a fake. It's not fake. It's just not what it's portrayed to be.
Okay.
It's not Tupac's.
Right.
I mean, the gold and the diamonds are real. It's just not Tupac's gold and diamond. It's not a chain that Tupac ever wore. It wasn't even built while he was alive. I know the whole history of that particular chain that he has. I know who made it. I know when it was done. I know why it was done and everything. But all I'm going to say is not what the seller portrayed it to be. Unfortunately, no disrespect and no love or no loss to Drake. He just got duped.
Yeah.
Now, in fairness to Drake, has he really said anything about it other than showing a picture of it? Drake trolls us a lot. He did us with the BMW, with the car that he tried to say he took a picture by and tried to say, and then I was like, dude, the color of that car interior is peanut butter. The car that they got shot in, that they were riding in was black, black on black. So Drake do troll us. One thing is just obviously a troll. I don't think he's that dumb or naive, but I don't know.
So, okay, so what's the story behind his chain?
Which one?
The one that he has. Because you said there's a story behind it.
I said, I'm not willing to go into that yet.
No problem.
I just know it wasn't done in 96, 7, 8, 9, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2000.
So, okay, there was a rumor about Pac's chain. They said Fiddle had it. Did he ever return it back to his mom, to Pac's mom? Do you know?
I heard he pawned it, and I heard it got melted down. Is the rumors on that.
Wow.
Went to the pawn shop and got melted down.
Wow, that's crazy.
Wow.
However, the ring that Gaddafi mother sold, that was legit.
Okay.
That was definitely legit.
Wow, okay.